Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm going to be trying to make daily Dayz videos for you all in the upcoming future, so stay tuned. For today's video, I want to talk about one topic in particular: how to get better at Dayz. Now, I understand that getting better at Dayz is a very broad topic and could be interpreted in many different ways, but I just started playing Dayz again for the first time in a few years and noticed a few patterns in my gameplay and the gameplay of others as I started to readjust to the game. I started playing Dayz during the release of version 0.59. It was back in the late winter of 2016, and when I started out, the game was really intimidating to me. I lost almost every firefight I got into. It took me forever to get geared, and when I finally did manage to find some gear, I got so attached to it that I would almost always stick to the shadows, avoiding player interaction at every chance. So, how did I improve as a player? And how am I still improving as a player now? First and foremost, I want to give a notice here. I can't give you a straightforward answer that will make you a better Dayz player. I mean, there are guides out there that you can look up and they'll help you in specific areas, but nothing other than sheer experience itself will actually make you improve at the game. What I can give you though are guidelines on how to make the most out of your Dayz experience. In order to determine how to get better at Dayz, you first have to analyze what makes a good Dayz player. From what I've noticed, a couple of main things come to mind: map knowledge, game knowledge, mindset, positioning, and marksmanship. When I first started playing Dayz, I didn't know where anything was. I always had to look up on the map how to get places, where the nearest police station was, where the wells were. I didn't know anything. But by around 150 hours in the game, I started to kind of know where most of the major parts of the map were by heart. I didn't have to keep looking up where to go and how to go there anymore. I knew where the major PvP spots were, such as Northwest Airfield and Mishkino at the time. I knew the coastal hotspots from Cherno to Berezino. I knew basic loot padding, towns with PDs and towns with wells, etc. Knowing the map is one of the most essential foundations of a great Dayz player. Map knowledge allows you to know where players are moving and why, and allows you to set up PvP encounters accordingly. Map knowledge is best gained through pure experience, but if you wanted to expedite your learning, just take some time to explore the map. Pull up a Dayz map, such as I Survive, on the Shift tab browser or download the app on your phone, and just explore the map. Try new loot pathing. Try to explore different ways into military zones. Loot all the hunting stands, visit major landmarks such as Green Mountain. Trust me, I didn't start to learn until I roamed the map for hours on hours until finally I could name the Russian names of every town or most of the towns by heart. Building upon map knowledge, you have game knowledge. Knowing all of the items in the game, from the vast array of weapons that are available to the variety of foods to choose from. What guns use what ammo, what consumables are safe to eat and drink, which clothing provides what protection, and etc. The list goes on and on. Game knowledge is best learned either by putting in the hours or watching Dayz videos and streamers. But if you wanted to speed up your learning, you could spend some time on the Dayz wiki. Take time to look through the items, look at their crafting recipes, look at their purposes, look at the related items too. The Dayz wiki is so underrated, you could really learn so much just by looking through it on your downtime. Okay, so you've got the map and game knowledge. What about your mentality? Having a great mentality in Dayz will make or break your experience. Dayz is a very crazy and wild game. You'll often have many crazy and wild encounters and a vast range of pleasant and equally unpleasant experiences, from dealing with glitches and hackers to solo squad wiping a group of 5. Dayz is an emotional roller coaster in both directions, and handling that ride will make a good Dayz player from a novice. Getting killed by zombies or a bug is no fun when you're fully looted up at Northwest, but you can't let those little setbacks turn you off from the game. You can't give in, you can't rage and pour all this negativity at your friends. You gotta keep moving, and with time, you're bound to have all those epic moments that you often see posted in montages on YouTube and whatever. Another big point to address with mindset is confidence and fear. Confidence is key in winning firefights. It's often said that sometimes the best defense is a good offense. And if you're anything near how I was when I first started playing, and you're constantly running away from shots or action, you're most certainly missing out from the best part of Dayz, the PvP. Next time you get into an encounter, find a way to respond. Now, I'm not suggesting that you run wild into the fight without even thinking, but I'm suggesting that you run into the fight with calculated aggression. If it's a fight you can win, go for it. Sometimes it's better to die going for the shot than to die not going for it at all. Dayz is a very, very experience-based learning game, meaning the more situations you find yourself in, the more you'll improve. So try your best to throw yourself in those high-risk situations. Okay, so positioning is a huge part of Dayz. Where and when to go in a firefight can make all the difference. Assessing whether you should run or fight, knowing where to fight and run, performing flanks, pushing with aggression, falling back, assessing escape routes, where your opponents are going and why. These are all factors that influence your positioning. Positioning is best learned through experience, but watching Dayz streamers can be helpful. I'm telling you, watching Dayz videos and streams is really underrated. If you actually turn your brain on while you're watching, you're sure to learn something. Next time you tune in to your favorite content creator, watch the plays they make. Watch where they're moving to. Ask yourself why. You'll notice big leaps in your play when you do. Last, but most certainly not least, we have marksmanship. Marksmanship relies more on sheer mechanics rather than game knowledge itself. While all the other factors can be partially learned through study, partially learned through experience, marksmanship itself is largely based on muscle memory and reaction. Traditionally in the past, you'd need several thousand hours in Dayz or related shooter games to hone in on your marksman skills. But in today's day and age, there's a very easy method I have found that will almost perfectly hone your skills. Modded Dayz PvP servers. Modded servers these days offer endless PvP in locations such as the Northwest Airfield. They spawn you in, fully kitted, with a random selection of guns and attachments, and you get to simulate pure Dayz PvP for hours upon end with several other players. This, in my experience, is one of the best ways to improve your PvP these days, and I highly recommend that any of you out there check out these COD Dayz servers to improve your PvP skill. Now, there is a downside of course. Oftentimes the location can be overly congested with players and shots, and you can almost get shot out of nowhere anytime. While this does somewhat make it unrealistic to the genuine Dayz action, I personally believe that this is one of the closest things out there to it. Well guys, that's all I have for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you'll keep this in mind as you play and take improvement into your own hands. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments down below. Be sure to check out my live stream every day over at twitch.tv/KAGamerKyle for more Dayz content. I stream every day starting at 8 AM Eastern Time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and starting at 8 PM Eastern Time on Thursdays and Sundays. If you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like and share with a friend. Also, make sure to subscribe here on YouTube and check back here for daily Dayz videos. And I'll see you all in the next one.